In this video, I'm going to help you see how the children access the work that might be set by their teacher as an assignment. So once you manage to log into Teams and you can get into their initial page, so here you'll be able to see which teams you're a part of. So this test account is part of the Year 6 and a test team. You can see at the side, it'll tell you when there's activity happening in different sites. So we can see here that there's something going on in one of the teams, and I can see that there's an assignment that I've not yet viewed in my assignments tab. So I'm going to use this panel here to navigate, and I'm going to click on my assignments to see what work's been set. So now I'm on here, I can see that work that's been assigned to me is just one here, so the novel study test. This will tell you when it's due, so I've got until 6 o'clock to submit this work, and I can see that it's worth 5 points from my teacher to be able to earn by completing the tasks on there. So all we need to do is simply click on that test, novel study test tab, and that'll open the learning. So on here you'll be able to see what the assignment is, an instruction from your teacher, and again when it's due to come in and be handed in. That's a deadline on there. Now, as you can see here, there's one document attached, and it's just a PowerPoint document. You do not need Microsoft PowerPoint to be downloaded on your computer to be able to access this. If you just simply click on this, it'll open it within Teams, and that should work on any device. So once I click on there, that will open up the PowerPoint that my teacher has added in for me to complete. Each pupil has their own copy of this PowerPoint, and it will continue to save throughout them using it and any changes that they make. So this is an editable document. So for example, I can click on here and I can write on it and I can change that there. Obviously, teachers will identify where they want students to add answers, as you'll see later on in this slide. So this is an example of a novel study lesson. So you can see that the pupils will be able to navigate their way through this. They'll also be able to go to slideshow and play a slideshow from either the current slide or the beginning slide, and then come out of this as they go on in the lesson. You can also, once you're in there, so from the current slide, that will load into a full screen and make it a lot easier to see. From here, the pupils can flick through just by clicking the space bar or an arrow bar or the cursor, and they can work through the lesson as so. So here the teachers put something for the children to read in their novel study lesson, and they can work through this at their own pace. There's no time limit on this. They can go back and forth and check back through. There might be some things for them to think about, some questions to think about. And then we come to a page that might have questions on. Now, if we come out of this slide here, when we get to the end, we click to exit. That will take us back to the page. Now the slides become editable again. So if we scroll down and find the page with the questions, you can see the teachers made it clear where the children can add their answers. So using the information and what they've just read, they can then put their answers in there. So for example, they can just highlight all this information and use their keyboard to type their response in there. There also might be activities such as this, where things like ticks can be dragged over and added into boxes. Once all the activities are complete, as I've said, it goes along and it will save this as we go. Once the lesson has been done and the pupils accessed all that learning, they can click the close button on there, and that will have saved their progress. If your teacher's asked you to do something that's maybe not on a computer, you also have the option of adding work into this hand-in an assignment. So you can click on the little tab here, and that will bring a pop-up and allow you to upload things from your computer. So that might be a Word document. You could even try putting a picture on there and sharing a picture with your teacher of what you've been doing during the day. So if you click on that, it will bring a pop-up box where you can select different things. And then that would load, and then you just click attach. That would appear in here. So when you're happy with the work and it's all been completed, you can then click the hand in tab. It's essential you click this tab, as this will not go through to your teacher unless you do so. At this point, the teacher will get a notification, and then they can mark the work, return the work, and award the points that they've allowed to be possible in this assignment. So if I click hand in here, you get a nice little gift there just to give a little bit of reward to the children, and we can see that that's handed in. If the child thinks, I didn't mean to hand in, you can go back, undo that hand in, and edit it again on there. Now, when that's completed and handed in, you can simply go back. That will see there now that I've completed that assignment that's been handed in, and I'm just waiting for my feedback from my teacher on there. Any feedback, you might be told that'll come in the activity section, and the assignment might be returned, and you'll see that come back on here or in this section again here. You might also have some further learning that you need to complete that you now want to go on and do. So maybe some maths, maybe some writing, different things like that. So hopefully that'll help you be able to access the assignments tab and make sure that that work's handed in so your teacher is receiving that and able to mark it in feedback.